So, does medical and prescription insurance cover hormone replacement therapy? That is the million dollar question. I have been on HRT since December of 2019. The first doctor to put me on HRT told me that it wouldn't be covered by my insurance. I believed him. What I didn't understand at the time is that some formulations of hormone replacement therapy are covered by insurance and some are not. Any formulation and dosage that has been approved by the FDA will likely be covered under your medical and prescription insurance. If you are being prescribed a formulation or a dosage that hasn't been approved by the FDA, then your insurance will probably not cover that particular HRT. Hi friends, I'm Peggy with Hormone Therapy Hub. I help women like you shop for online hormone replacement therapy providers. Who can you trust? Who takes insurance? And what should you expect to pay out of pocket? And that's where I come in to help you sort them all out. Today's video is pretty in-depth, so you may have to listen to it a couple times, or you might even want to take some notes. The reason my HRT wasn't covered when prescribed by my weight loss doctor back in 2019 is because it was a troche pill that came in a dosage that wasn't approved by the FDA. The main ingredient, estradiol, IOL, has been approved by the FDA, but because the dosage he prescribed was customized specifically for me, that meant it wasn't covered. I was brainwashed into thinking that the customized dose was more important than anything else, and so I continued to pay out of pocket. Looking back, I just didn't have enough information. Customized doses sound very modern and better than a standard dose, doesn't it? But that really isn't the case with HRT. There are many variations of formulations and dosages available that have been approved by the FDA. So who is the best HRT with insurance? Well, the best HRT with insurance is a hormone replacement doctor or facility that takes medical insurance and is informed when it comes to the formulations and dosages that are approved by the FDA. Obviously, most doctors' offices take insurance, but not all doctors are comfortable prescribing HRT, and some are not aware of which formulations and dosages are approved by the FDA, therefore covered by your insurance. In my opinion, the best online HRT provider is MyMenopauseRx. They accept a wide variety of insurances and are very well informed around what HRT medications that your prescription insurance will cover. Who's the best without insurance? Well, if you don't have insurance, or if for whatever reason you don't want to get your insurance company involved with your HRT, then the companies I could recommend based on my personal experience is Winona and Alloy. Neither of these two companies require an in-person telemedicine visit, which means you won't need to take time out of your day. For both of these two providers, you'll create an account, and then all of the communication will be between you and the HRT doctor or specialist who is assigned to you, and that will be via their patient portal through text communication. You will have unlimited opportunity to ask as many questions as you want, and then once the two of you, your HRT specialist and you, land on what you want your therapy to be, and you've paid for it in full, they'll send the prescriptions to their partner pharmacy, and the meds will be shipped directly to your home. The other provider you might consider is Joy Women's Wellness. They can write prescriptions for meds that you can pick up at the pharmacy, again, covered by the FDA, and they also can send them directly to their partner pharmacy. They require blood work and labs upfront to test your hormone blood levels. The cost of the 30-minute one-on-one consultation with a Joy clinician is included in the cost of the labs. And personally, I really like labs so you can ensure that the dosages that you are on are good for you. They do add an additional cost and a little bit more time, but some of us like to have the science to support the HRT therapy that we're on. If you have medical and prescription insurance and you plan to use it, here is what you can expect. You should expect an initial consultation visit and possibly follow-up visits, plus the cost again of the HRT medications. The doctor visit and the cost of it will depend on several factors. First, is your insurance accepted and considered in-network with the doctor or facility that you plan to visit? And then secondly, you also have to take into consideration where you are with your annual deductibles and any copays that your insurance may require. The first time that I used my medical insurance to pay for a doctor visit, I learned that my insurance was considered out of network. And so if I chose to move forward, the cost of the appointment would go toward my out-of-network deductible, which meant I would be paying out of pocket. I did, however, use my HSA credit card. So the first of the two HRT providers who take medical insurance is MIDI Health. So they accept insurance and they charge $250 for the initial consultation fee and then $120 for each follow-up visit thereafter. Whether your insurance coverage pays for all or some of those visits is dependent on the items above, your deductibles and your copays. The other company, MyMenopauseRx, offers a self-pay option if you learn that your medical insurance is out of network or if you don't have insurance. Their self-pay option discounts the initial consultation down to $99, which is substantially less than what MediHealth charges, which is $250, again, for that initial consultation. As a reference point, I am currently on a 0.0375 estradiol patch and a 200 milligram progesterone tablet. The first 3-month supply I picked up, I used my Express Scripts prescription insurance provided by my full-time employer, and it came out to be $69.38 per month for the patch and the pills, excluding the consultation visits. The next time I picked up my 3-month prescription, I used a GoodRx coupon, and my cost was $33.58 per month. Who knew that using a GoodRx coupon would be even less than using my prescription insurance? So once you add the consultation visits plus the cost of the meds, you are looking at about $84.41 per month if you average out 4 visits per year, 1 per quarter, and the cost of the meds. So how about hormone replacement therapy without insurance? What's that cost? Well, if you choose to go the route where you don't use insurance for whatever reason, the good news is that those companies who cater to you are able to disclose and publish their pricing for startup costs and medications that they prescribe. The 2 best providers in this arena are Winona and Alloy. They offer many of the same products, but do vary a bit on the pricing. There are 4 pretty common HRT products that both companies offer in 3-month supplies. They offer estrogen pills, estrogen in gel or cream, estrogen patches, and the progesterone in tablets or cream form. And I'll link the blog with the pricing for both Winona and Alloy to this down in the description below. Be sure to use the Winona link I provide to get 15% off of your first order, or you can use a coupon code HormoneHub10 with Alloy, and that will give you $10 off your first order. And again, that'll be in the description below. So Winona doesn't charge a startup fee, Alloy does. And these 2 companies are very similar in almost every facet that you can compare them. The only real difference is the cost of the estradiol patch, one compared to the other, and the fact that you need to pay $49 to start an account with Alloy. So once you apply the 15% off with Winona, the cream formulations are just a bit more than the cost of Alloy, even with the $10 off coupon. So hormone replacement therapy, insurance or no insurance, which way should you go? Well, the biggest difference with whether you go one way or the other is really the consultation and whether you want hormone blood work. If you have lots of questions and you want 20-30 minutes with your HRT specialist to talk through your symptoms, what you should expect, and any concerns you may have, then going down the path with a company who affords you the time with a real doctor is probably a good option for you. You can expect it to cost you about $84 per month on average, including your visits and your medications. However, if you don't feel the need to have a live-on-one consultation and a visit time with an HRT specialist and want to save yourself some money and time, then going with a provider who doesn't accept or take insurance will save you a few bucks per month. So Alloy's patch is $74.66 per month, and their progesterone is free. Winona's estrogen progesterone cream is $75.65 per month, so basically $1 difference. The difference is literally about $10 per month savings to go the no insurance route when you compare with insurance without. However, you are giving up your personalized initial consultation and your ability to meet with a doctor. Only you can decide which option is best for you. Be sure to hit the like if you found this video to be helpful as you begin to continue to navigate your HRT journey. Feel free to reach out via comment or even email if you have questions. I'm not a doctor, but I know how to shop for HRT, so if you need some assistance, let me know.